Hello, okie dokie. The excellent Be-Bop Deluxe have their first three albums from, as you can see on the cover there, from 1974 to 1976, first three studio albums, re-released in a nice chunky 3 CD box set, though other formats available. And this is out now via Cherry Red, who continue to do these retrospective box sets in fine style. Now, I've been a Be-Bop Deluxe fan since right from the start, right from the mid-70s, and listen to them very, very frequently today. Not least because Be-Bop were fronted by the remarkable guitar talents of Mr. Bill Nelson. Oh yes, one of the finest guitarists of his generation, or any generation, in my opinion. He's that good. And these three albums mark the start of Be-Bop's brief career, but what a career it was. And Bill really had the lot, didn't he, back then? Blazing riffs, soaring solos. He could flick from the most powerful of power chords to the most emotive and sensitive guitar playing instantly. What a player. So it'd be no shock to, well, not to just say I've already said it, but to repeat it, that I'm a huge Be-Bop Deluxe fan. All they put out between 74 and 78 were 5 albums, well, 5 studio albums and the classic live album, Live in the Air Age. But, wow. Anyway, I'll stop getting ahead of myself a little bit and, talk about this box set. So I say we've got the first 3 albums. Axe Victim from 1974, Futurama from 1975, and the third, and arguably their best, although they're all good, Sunburst Finish from 1976. And there's quite a contrast between the three. Axe Victim is more or less glam rock, if you like. There's plenty of David Bowie, T-Rex style influences all over it. But there were hints here that of the harder, more proggier art rock, call it what you will, trends that would start to emerge as Be-Bop developed as a band. But on Axe Victim, you've got stuff like Jet Silver and the Soft... Jet Silver and the Dolls of Venus. It's quite a tongue twister, isn't it? That one, proper glam rock, excellent stuff, infectiously catchy. Night Creatures, a bit slower, a bit dark. Jets at Dawn is quite haunting. No Trains to Heaven's a real ripper. And then you've got The Mighty Adventures in the Yorkshire Landscape, which is a sort of a sweeping epic, and Bill's ode to his own, and indeed my own, home county of Yorkshire. Oh yes, and Bill's solo on that it really has to be able to be believed, particularly on the live version. It's just beyond remarkable. After Axe Victim, there would be wholesale lineup changes for Futurama. In came Charlie Toomahai on bass and Simon Fox on drums. The musical style on Futurama being a bit more tight and more developed than debut, and certainly more guitar oriented. In particular, to pick 2 out in particular, you've got the punchy, hard-hitting duo of Made in Heaven and Sister Seagull. Songs which were, and indeed still are, so memorable for the riffs and the fluid solos. They're short, they're punchy, and unforgettable. And talking about not forgetting, we've got Between Two Worlds and Stage Whispers, which are both, excellent rockers as well. Futurama, a very solid album which pushed Be-Bop another rung up the ladder quite nicely. And then came the even better Sunburst Finish. Another lineup change. Andy Clark came in on keyboards, which enabled another dimension to the sound to be brought in. And here on Sunburst Finish, well, Bill just uses it as a showcase for the full range of his remarkable guitar talent, really. It's an album that's full of riffs, astounding solos, varied pace, interesting keyboard stabs, the really tight drumming, and the equally tight yet melodic bass as well. It's just a recipe for success. What we got musically, Fair Exchange starts that off a real biter. Ships in the Night would give him that hit single. Crying in the Sky is really emotive and haunting. Sleep That Burns is another big punchy hard hitter. Life in the Air Rage, that sort of sci-fi tinge with the big hooky chorus. And bringing this monster album to a close, you've got the glorious Blazing Apostles. You know, just an album of class from start to finish. As I record this on the 6th of September 2025, it's not been out for well, only a couple of weeks maybe. And as I record it, I see it on Amazon for 26 quid, around about 26 quid. Bargain for 3 CDs as good as this. There's an MP3 version and streaming if you're into that as well. So I will drop a link to it on Amazon in the description if you do want to go and check it out some more. Be-Bop Deluxe would return towards the back end of 1976 with Modern Music, and that, together with Live in the Air Rage and their final studio album Drastic Plastic, is being reissued in a similar box set in I think that's due out around about the 25th of September, so just 20 days from now, call it 3 weeks. So I'll cover that one separately, but don't miss out on this. If you like, proper sort of like guitar oriented hard rock with a bit of proggy rock and a bit of glam rock and a bit of everything, you can't go wrong with Be-Bop Deluxe. It's 50 years old, but it still sounds so fresh today. So I'll stop bigging it up. You can check it out if you'd like to, as I say, link underneath. And until next time, please subscribe to the channel before you go if you wouldn't mind, because that would be excellent. And until next time, thanks for listening, thanks for watching, and take care.